Hey guys, I'm Mel and today I'm going to tell you my 16 most anticipated books of 2016. So making this list was super interesting and fun because I didn't realize how many books are coming out next year. So I'm very excited for all of them. Number 16 is The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Haley. This comes out February 16. I've never heard anything about Heidi Haley before. This book is about a time traveler. It's a girl trying to do something, traveling through a lot of different times. I love books about time traveling. I think it's one of the most interesting concepts because if it's done well, it's brilliant. So this book got my eye immediately. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out. Number 15 is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This comes out on August 2nd and I know absolutely nothing about this book. There's no plot revealed yet or no cover or anything, but as I said in a few of my videos, I absolutely adore Colleen Hoover. I would read anything by her. I know her books are not time consuming, they are very fast to read and it gives you a warm fuzzy feeling. Number 14 is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This comes out August 20 and this is the second book in the A Number in the Ashes series, I guess that's how it's called. This is a very interesting series. I'm sure you've heard endless things about it because it's a new release from this year and Sabaa Tahir completely kicked ass. She's not only an amazing writer, but she created a world that is very interesting. It ended in a very exciting place. So even though it wasn't one of the best books I've read this year, I can't wait to pick the next one up and knowing what happens with all the characters. Number 13 is The Fate of the Tearling by Erika Johansen. This comes out June 7th. This is the third book in the Queen of the Tearling series. The first book didn't catch my eye that much. It's a series that it takes a while to understand the world and Erika Johansen takes a while to explain what happens in this world. The first book was very slow and the second one was absolutely amazing. I love political intrigue. I love books that are not only like fighting and it's more of a political dilemma. She definitely has to make some terrible decisions being the Queen of the Tearling. Number 12 is The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rutowski. This comes out March 29th. This is the third and final book of The Winner's Curse series, I believe it's called. This is another series that political intrigue is very important. It plays a big part in the series. It's not about fighting and battle. The two main characters are very smart and they really know what they are doing and they play with politics really well. The world is super interesting and you know, I don't remember a lot about the second one, but I'm definitely excited to read the third one and see how it finishes. Number 11 is The Hidden Oracle, the first book in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. It comes out May 3rd and I'm sure you've heard about it. It's a new series by Rick Riordan. He is going to bring back Percy Jackson and all the gang because when the Heroes of Olympus series ended, Apollo becomes human because of a punishment. So we're going to have to see Apollo being a teenage boy and he's going to go to Camp Half-Blood. I know Rick Riordan is not going to disappoint on the writing thing because he is an amazing writer. Number 10 is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This comes out March 8th. I'm not like the biggest fan of Cassandra Clare, but I've read a lot of books by her and I really enjoy the Mortal Instruments series, even though now I have some problems with it. In that moment, I really enjoy it. Like I didn't see anything bad with it and I absolutely adore the Infernal Devices series. That's an amazing series. She writes very cool things and Lady Midnight is going to be about the kids that we get to see in the last book and it's going to take place in Los Angeles. I don't really know much about this, but I get very excited about anything Cassandra Clare. Even though I don't want to, I'm a big fan of her. Not as big of a fan as my friend Nog. Number 9 is Riders by Veronica Rossi. This comes out February 16th. This sounds like an amazing book. I adore her Under the Never Sky series. This is about the fourth riders of the apocalypse. It's about this guy who is a rider of horses. Apparently he has an accident and he kind of dies. So he has to be one of these riders. This sounds absolutely original. Like, I don't even care if it's done right. I mean, I care if it's done right, but the premise is so original and intriguing, and I really want to see what she does with that. Number 8 is Heartless by Marissa Mayer. This comes out November 8th. Keeping to her form, Marissa Mayer is going to do a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. At the beginning, anything retelling I love. Any retelling of Alice in Wonderland, I would probably read it, because Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories to read from, and she demonstrated that she is an amazing writer. To that, I'm going to do like an 8.5, and I'm going to say that I'm really excited about Stars Above. This is like a compilation of short stories about the Lunar Chronicles, and it's going to have a freaking epilogue, and that is what I wanted in life. That is all I ever wanted. This comes out February 2nd, and I can't wait to read it. Number 7 is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This comes out May 3rd, and this is the second book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I don't know how it's called. I really enjoyed A Court of Thorns and Roses. I thought it was going to be one of my favorite books of the year, but I found out that I have a few problems with it, but it's really good anyway. And this second book, guys, it's going to have the retelling of Hades and Persephone, so with no other but Rhysand. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but you know, it's going to have that anti-hero vibe on Rhysand, and I'm a sucker for villains that are love interest or potential love interest. 6 is A Gathering of Shadows by B. Schwab. This comes out February 23. This is the second book in A Darker Shade of Magic series, and I absolutely adored A Darker Shade of Magic. I absolutely adore B. Schwab. She's one of my favorite authors ever. And I also want to say that she's coming out with a new book completely out of everything she's written, and that is This Savage Song, and that comes out on June 7th. I don't know, I would read anything that she comes out with. Number 5 is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This comes out April 26th, but like the release date has been pushed back and pushed back. So if you're watching this video in 2017 and it still hasn't come out, I don't know, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. Anyway, this is the fourth book in the Raven Cycle series, and this is a very magical series about these 5 nerds trying to find this Welsh king. And I don't know, there are ghosts, and there are people who were in the 3rd book and they haven't kissed yet, and I'm really pissed off about that. There are people who are going to die, and I know that, and I've been preparing for that. Maggie Stiefvater, if you follow her on Tumblr, she's the absolute worst. I love her, but she's the absolute worst. She keeps reminding us that people are going to die, and we don't care about that. She's absolutely mental, and I'm all about that. Number 4 is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I mean, we don't have a cover, we don't have a publication date, we don't have a name for this book, but I'm really excited to read it. I think if you know me, you know the Throne of Glass series is one of my favorite series, and I don't care about anything that happens in that series, because shit is happening in the series. I will still read every book in that series. It just keeps getting better and better, in my opinion. I adore Queen of Shadows. So yeah, Sarah J. Maas writes amazingly. Number 3 is The Rose and the Dagger by Renée Ahdieh. This comes out May 3rd, and guys, I'm so excited about this. This is the second book in the Wrath and the Dawn duology, so this is just the last book, and I'm so excited about that. I mean, look at that cover, it's so pretty. And I'm sure if you've seen some of my videos, you know that I love The Wrath and the Dawn. It's one of my favorite books from this year. I discovered that Renée Ahdieh is one of the best new writers that I came across. I know next book is going to be like more action and less, you know, describing things. And this is a retelling of 1001 Nights, so it's all very Middle Eastern, very atmospheric, and I love that. Number 2 is Crooked Kingdom, the second book in the Six of Crows. I think it's a duology as well, by Lee Bardugo. This comes out September 22nd, and Six of Crows, spoiler alert for my favorite books of the year, is my favorite book of the year. I love the Grisha world she created. I love the Grisha trilogy, but Six of Crows was so much better. I love morally ambiguous characters, and this book is full of those kind of characters. And number 1 is Furthermore by Tahar Mafi. This comes out August 30th. Well, Tahar Mafi is probably in the top 3 of my favorite authors. The Shatter Me series is one of my favorite series ever, and I've been waiting for her to come out with a new book, and this is it. I love her writing. I love what she does with characters and with interactions. I want to see what she does outside of the Shatter Me series, if she's not going to give us that. So yeah, that was it for this video. Tell me what's your most anticipated book for next year, because 2016 is going to be an amazing reading year. I know that. That was everything for today. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Hope you like this. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.